Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for clicking on 5 News Web News. It is Wednesday, March 13th. I'm Brittany Hoke.
And I'm Matt Heckel, and here are some of the top stories we've been following here on 5 News.
Amber alerts that were in effect all night long for a missing teen and her baby have finally been lifted.
Yeah, police tell us the 2 girls are safe and the suspect is in custody. The suspect, 57-year-old Marshall Tenney, the man you see on your screen right there, was apprehended on I-79 in Lewis County around mile marker 104 this morning. That after an all-night search for the man and the 2 girls he was accused of taking. His daughter-in-law, 16-year-old Cheyenne Nicole Tenney, and her 7-month-old daughter, Grace Hope Tenney. State police say Marshall Tenney was under investigation for sexual abuse by a parent, guardian, or custodian allegations. They were interviewing another family member when Tenney left the office and went to his residence in Kanawha Head. That's where he allegedly abducted the girls. We'd heard reports of the car being seen in Braxton County as well as Ohio, but again, they were found this morning on I-79 in Lewis County. Be sure to tune in to First at 5 and 5 News at 6 tonight. We're going to have all the latest on that story. Meanwhile, a Shinston police officer has been fired after being arrested by the Harrison County Sheriff's Department last night. Charles Henning was arrested at around 11:30 as he was coming on duty. He'll be arraigned on multiple charges related to the theft of narcotics. Henning was hired by the department in June of 2010. More information will be released during a press conference today, so keep it here again to 5 News for the latest.
And new this midday, a house fire is under investigation in Lewis County. Crews were called to a house on John Street in Weston at around 4 o'clock this morning. The house was destroyed. We're told that utilities were hooked up at the time. The Weston Fire Department was called in and the State Fire Marshal's office to investigate.
Well, officials in Belington tell us a fire that started on Friday at Sisolak Service Station is still burning. That's because the fuel hasn't completely burned out of the Southern States truck that was inside. Crews were called to the scene around 7 o'clock Friday morning after the owner heard explosions while he was working on the trucks. Nobody was hurt, but crews have to keep that truck cool to avoid any other explosions.
And one man has died after his car veered off the road and crashed head-on into a tree in Marion County. This happened at around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon on Route 250 just outside of Whitehall. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Marion County Sheriff's deputies believe speed was a factor, as well as the fact that he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. We're still waiting to learn the man's name and age. Keep it here to 5 News for the latest. And an accident this weekend that killed 2 children is still under investigation. The 7- and 8-year-old boys were crushed when a water truck rolled on top of the car they were inside. We're still waiting to hear if the water truck had brake issues. When we talked to the Clarksburg Police Chief Marshall Goff, he said that the truck appeared to have been working fine, and that's including the brakes. He said the inspection isn't done, though, so nothing yet is set in stone.
Well, elevated CO levels were apparently detected in the mine shaft of a mine that had to be evacuated yesterday. 121 day shift miners made it out safely when Consol's Federal No. 2 mine in Greene County, Pennsylvania had to be evacuated at around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Officials say the elevated CO levels suggest that there is smoldering or possibly a fire in that mine. Day shifts for today have been canceled as an investigation continues.
And plans to transfer about 100 workers from the Mountain State and Pennsylvania to its headquarters in Virginia. Dominion spokesman Chuck Penn says that most of the workers are from Clarksburg, while only some are in Pittsburgh. Penn calls the move essential reorganization that's necessary for the company to remain competitive. He says that while no jobs will be lost, the company hopes the affected workers will be willing to relocate to Richmond, Virginia, where they'll perform the same jobs.
And real quickly, let's take a look at what our newsroom's working on for tonight for First at 5 and 5 News at 6. First up, the frantic search for a kidnapped teen and her baby comes to an end. We're going to have the details.
Plus, more details on the arrest of a local police officer, and winter weather returns to the Mountain State. Your first alert forecast is coming up tonight on First at 5 and 5 News at 6.
And that's going to do it for us here. Be sure to tune in tonight for First at 5 and 5 News at 6. Again, more on this Amber Alert that was issued all night long. Again, that has been canceled. We're going to have the latest tonight. Until then.
Have a great day, everybody.